Sweet. Hi. Tonight, I am going to be continuing an illustration that I worked on yesterday, and starting a new one. I'm going to post really quick on Blue Sky and Instagram, but I don't know, I feel like when I open a stream that I'm trying to watch, and it's that, like, stream starting soon, I can't decide if it's cute or not. I'm still new at this, you know? So, anyway, you're just gonna have to bear with me, talking to myself. Alright. Streaming on Twitch. Starting right now. Looking on. Tonight will be the Possum crossing guard. Specifically helping salamanders cross the road. And a crow reading the newspaper. That's what's on the docket. We'll get started in a minute or two. This week, I am working on a book I'm writing and illustrating, and I'm laying out the pages for that book. That's what I'm working on right now. Luckily tonight I can spend more time on this than last night. Last night I was a bit crunched for time. Just gonna post on Blue Sky and Instagram, and then we're gonna get into it. Maybe I want to do lizard push-ups tonight too, though. Anole lizards, when they're like trying to look cute for females, they will extend like the little flap under their chins called a dewlap, and they also like do push-ups, and it's really cute. So I want to do kind of like a beefcake anole, which I think is funny because anoles are like skinny. They're little tiny arms are really little. So the thought of like a beefcake one is funny to me. So I want to do that. I don't know if it's going to be tonight or later this week. Okay. Oh, here we go. I can actually see what's going on here. And no one is talking. That is cool. I'm trying a different like stream manager thing today compared to the last 4 times I streamed. I don't know if I like it, but that's okay. Okay, let's do it. Let us begin. Oh wait, I forgot about Instagram. Oh my god. Thank you for your patience. What did you all get up to today? All right. So yesterday when I was streaming, we were talking about this like possum crossing guard. And I had drawn him, you know, like standing upright and holding the stop sign with his hand. And then I was like, maybe it would be funnier if he was holding the stop sign with his prehensile tail. And then somebody in the chat suggested, well, you should make him play dead. And I think that is the right call. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm still going to be laying out like some more in this illustration because it's possible in some parts of the country to basically, volunteer as a crossing guard for salamanders when they're on the move. So on these like spring, it depends on where you are in the United States. I only know of this in the United States. It's possible that it also exists elsewhere. But anyway, they will have you on roads at night, particularly on rainy nights, because on rainy nights, these salamanders who are like super prone to drying out, as all salamanders are, they will be crossing the road on the move to vernal pools, at least some of them. Vernal pools are these tiny little ponds. Pond might even be a strong word, like seasonal puddles that exist in the forests where these salamanders live. They're only liquid for a brief period of time, and then they dry up once summer rolls around. So anyway, they all go there, and that's where they mate. That's where they lay eggs. When it's colder than you might predict, like they're doing this in the late winter, so the baby salamanders are out and about come spring. And roads are a huge problem for them because, you know, salamanders aren't very fast. They certainly aren't going to be able to run away from cars, so they will get hit. So part of the goal here is to stop traffic to help the salamanders cross the road. And if this was an activity that I could do around Philadelphia, I would be doing it. But I don't know. I don't know who's doing that anywhere near here. The closest I'm familiar with is like Vermont. And this is one of the salamanders that does this. So, I have to show salamanders going by. I just think salamanders are like the cutest things there are. I am tempted to draw this as like salamanders with their little kids crossing the street, but that wouldn't be accurate. And this is a science book, so I should probably draw them, you know, doing adult stuff, because these salamanders are on the road to mating, not hanging out with kids. Do we have the tail in this picture? Yeah. Salamander and possum, not to scale. Oops. I wish that Twitch would like tell you who's here and not just say that there are, I know that there are 4 of you here, but I don't know which 4 of you. How do I know if like my friend Sean's here? or Evan or any of the other people I know. It's a mystery. I must just be used to Instagram where it's like tells you exactly who's doing what all the time, which is kind of a bit much too. But it would help me to know, like, how much do I have to explain of what I'm doing, and how many of you have heard this spiel 4 times already. I might just leave him up here while I futz with the Possum. Possum playing dead is like so gross. They sometimes will barf, and then they like secrete stinky stuff out their butts so that they smell dead. It's really committing to the whole bit. You gotta respect the commitment. Here's one doing it. It's so gross. Oh, hey, rapid punches. What I recently learned is that possums are not really in control of playing dead. Like it's like they lose consciousness kind of unconsciously. So they can't really act as much as we might give them credit for. So, point. Do you want to chime in with a roll call? Yeah, actually, I do. You don't have to. But I think that would be interesting. Blueberries? Also, yeah, the auto mods on this is really unpredictable to me. I don't know what it's gonna decide is like inappropriate and not. And also, when we're like in a science channel, we're gonna use like science words, and I've found that the auto mod does not like science words, and that's kind of surprising. What if we're talking about animal dicks? Like, sometimes we're gonna do that. It's not inappropriate, Twitch. Twitch would not have approved of my animal mating course. That would not have gone over well. Yeah, what if a duck scientist comes in? What do you want us to do then, huh? Wouldn't be right. Can't decide if I want to do the X eyes thing or like blank. Nah, I think X's is funnier. I don't know about you, but I always have to physically remind myself which way thumbs go. Possum time. Possums have such freaky little hands. Their like fingers are tapered and long. Kind of gives like werewolfy, if you know what I mean. Like not cute werewolf. I've never, luckily, smelled a possum doing the possum thing, but I am morbidly curious how bad it smells. I am kind of hope to never be in that situation. I need like a scratch and sniff sticker that approximates that smell. What's my streaming schedule? That's a lovely question. I don't know. It's complicated. I'm going to be going to the Society for Integrative and Comparative Biology meeting next week. And so I'm not going to be streaming during a conference. That's just like asking. I just know that I'm going to be like not there. I have to write this book fast. The the next deadline's the 15th and of January, and the whole thing has to be done, illustrations, the whole thing, by October. And the next writing deadline is March. So I'm going to be doing a fair amount of like writing between now and then. But then it's going to be a ton of illustrating over the summer. And so I'm doing these as a way of kind of staying on top of it, because if I'm streaming, I know that I won't get distracted and like start scrolling on a social media page or whatever. So that doesn't answer your question though. Things may get more regular at the end of January, but for now, between now and the 2nd, when I fly out to Portland, if there's a day that I'm not going out or doing something, I will be here. Because I have more to get done than is like reasonable. Which is strictly on me for agreeing to do too many things. And yeah, they put on an odor when they play dead. They secrete a goo from their butt. That's how that works. And thank you. I will have fun at the conference. I'm really excited about this conference, actually. We're trying something a little bit new. I asked the conference organizers if they would let me bring artists to this conference. So they're going to be like illustrating science as they learn about it, which I think is going to be so cool. And then after, they'll have like a month to create rendered like finished pieces on the art that, or on the science that they learned about. So we have 6 Portland area artists that are, I just met with today. I just met them for the first time today. And they'll be, going to the conference, learning some stuff, making art about it. And then we'll be sharing it both in the Society's journals and then also on social media. Should be interesting. None of these, I don't think any of these artists have like a science background. They're all like, professional artists. So I think it'll be really interesting to see like how the work that the scientists are doing kind of filters through their brains. I think it's going to be really interesting. So that's happening. I'm also giving a talk at this conference on like using art and public engagement, like community engagement for science communication, which I'm pretty stoked about. And we're actually like getting to poor stinky babies. Yeah, poor stinky guys. Not the artists, the possums. I had some artists in Philly help me review the applications, because we got like 145, I think, applications, which was like, oh my god, amazing. A very good problem to have. So originally the goal was to have 4 artists come to this thing, and the artists from Philadelphia that were reviewing them were like, no, but you like have to have this 5th guy, like he's so weird and cool and fun, and you like have to have him. So we were like, okay, let me see if we can find money for a 5th, and then we ended up inviting 6. So I don't know, I'm psyched. I think it's gonna be cool. I keep starting these and being like, okay, this one's going to be black and white. Because I know like a lot of this book is going to be black and white. And then, I get cooking on it and I'm like, yeah, but I can do color for this one. So I really have to start getting serious about doing black and white. So maybe this one will be a black and white one. But I still haven't talked to the art director for this book. So I don't know how many of the illustrations are going to be black and white. Volcano Duck, do you stream science on here? I had originally put myself in the science category, and then people suggested that I switch to art because what I'm doing right now is objectively art, even if I'm yapping about science. Talking about animals musking. We are. Does that fall into the art category? Is that like definitely art stuff? Do artists like talking about musking? Is that something I've missed? Oh, I don't know what a ladybug was doing if you got liquided on by a ladybug. A lot of the, I mean, not ladybugs, the food of ladybugs, basically are like peeing all the time. It's called honeydew. So anybody who lives in the east coast of the U.S., well, east coast of the U.S. or China, I guess, has maybe encountered lanternflies. So the spotted lanternflies are those, they're like red. They're honestly beautiful, red flying bugs that are currently spreading throughout the eastern U.S. Originally came in through Philadelphia. And one of the problems with them is that they will pierce plants and then like suck up all of the liquids inside of the stems of the plants, which obviously hurts the plant, sometimes kills the plant. And a subsequent problem is that then the way that they eat is by consuming like a ton of liquid with a little bit of nutrient inside of it, and their bodies are just like hardcore nutrient filters, and so they're just like peeing sugary liquid like constantly. So just like drip, 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 dripping all the time, and that sugary liquid falls on trees and all sorts of stuff. And because it's this like sugar water, basically, fungus and mold grows on it really readily, and so the direct impacts of spotted lanternflies sometimes are like destroying the thing that they're eating. So like hops are a good example of this. They like to eat hop vines, but the other thing is that they will cause mold to grow on the trees that they're on. But the good news is, like, maybe like 5 years ago, we scientists were concerned that spotted lanternflies were going to be like a huge problem, and they're turning out to be like a medium problem. Like they're not that big a deal. We thought it was going to be worse. We thought it was going to be like an agricultural disaster situation, and it's not. Like the sparrows and praying mantises and other stuff learn to eat them, and once the local wildlife learns to eat stuff like invasive species, you're fine. It's gonna be all right. Cane toads, yeah. What would be eating cane toads? There were a ton of cane toads when I was doing field work on Oahu. Serious number of cane toads. But I don't know who's eating them. Obviously, Australia is like the textbook case of cane toad problems. but I'm not sure who's eating them. Okay, thinking about how this is going to fit on a page. This is the problem. I've historically always doodled for like social media, basically. Social media and like zines. And this book is going to obviously have a lot of text on the page. So I have to figure out like, how do I shape these drawings so that they can coexist on a page with the text. Big birds eat cane toads. Nice. I would imagine Australia is a place with a lot of big birds. Alright, salamanders, what do you look like? There we go. Oh, dude, emerald ash borers are a real problem in Philadelphia, around here as well. A lot of our ash trees are gone. Cool looking bugs, though. Credit where credit's due on that front. I both have and have not wanted to find one because they're pretty. But like the name suggests, they bore into plants. So they're kind of hard to find. I know that this Apple Pencil has like ways that I can tell it what to do. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like haptic something, signaling? I don't know. But I don't know what any of them are. And I'm always accidentally like telling it to go from black to white. I'm like, shit, didn't mean to do that. But whatever. And for those of you who have been here the last couple nights, good news. I made an appointment at the Apple store to get this thing fixed. So you won't have to listen to me complaining about it anymore, which is pretty good. All right, this line. I know what I meant it to be, but it doesn't actually make sense in the context of the animal. Oops. There we go. Okay. So I think I need to make this longer, canvas-wise. And just accept that a lot of the canvas is not going to have stuff in it because it's not for social media. It's for a page, which is hard for me to accept, but it's okay. Hey, thank you. I think we need another little arm over here. Does that look stupid? Kinda. Now he just looks like he's got a freaky little goatee. My least favorite facial hair. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna add some rain. Because this happens on rainy nights. I did not just cause water sounds to start from the music. That was pure coincidence. Alright, let's try... Whoops. To give him some shading color. The darkest part of possums are their arms. I don't always know how I feel about the dots. I like them sometimes, but I don't generally like the... He just looks like he looks like a bathroom floor now, you know? But I guess if it's grayscale, I can include gray. No, not like that. I'm jealous of my friends who went to art school because they actually know how to do this. Although I wouldn't know anything about science, I guess, if I didn't go to science school. I wish you could do both and like still be a functional human. But I would still be in school if I did both. But lucky for me, I have a bunch of art school friends who I can just bother and say, hey, what's wrong with this? And they tell me, and they've helped me get less bad. My friend Eric is a saint. He puts up with so many questions from me. Does anybody live anywhere where it's still warm enough to go outside? It's disgusting out in Philadelphia right now. It's like super windy and cold. This summer I got this new camera. It's an Olympus OM1. And it has this really cool feature where it basically like changes the focal plane and takes pictures at different depths through the thing you're taking a picture of. Minneapolis, burr. Okay, that's probably even colder than Philadelphia right now. Anyway, when I'm taking pictures of very tiny little insects, and with macro lenses, which are for taking pictures of small things, you like only have a small sliver of the depth that's in focus at any one time. And so, you'll take pictures of a bug or whatever, and maybe its eye will be in focus, but then like its butt is not in focus, and its legs are not in focus, and its antennae are not in focus. And that's like so frustrating because you kind of can't get around that based on the physics of the optics of the thing. And so focus stacking, which my like new as of last year camera can do, is basically like I hit take picture and it goes like click, 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 and it takes pictures at different depths throughout. And then the focus stacking like stitches them together into one in focus macro shot. And it's so fun. So I can get a picture of like a bigger bug and have it all look crisp. It's amazing. And the reason I bring that up is I just didn't get enough like time in the woods this year. I ran moth nights, so I got a fair amount of time in the Pine Barrens. Every Saturday night in July, I would take a group of people out and we would set up a light sheet, which is basically where we take UV lights and like shine them next to a white sheet, and then bugs come out of the forest and visit you, including longhorn beetles and wasps, but probably not the wasps that you're thinking of unless you also are a bug dork. These wasps are like really tiny or sometimes like bright yellow. They're not bright yellow like the ones that sometimes get in your soda can at a picnic, like very different looking wasps, really kind of extreme body forms. They're really cool. But anyway, a lot of my summer, I don't know what the hell I did all summer. I worked a lot, I guess, ran a lot of events, and all that to say, I didn't get as much time taking pictures of bugs as I would like to this past summer. And I'm afraid that if I keep having to work on this book at the rate I fear I'll have to, I won't be able to spend time out with bugs then either. So I want to get a lot of it done as quickly as I can during these like disgusting months, so that when it is nice outside and the bugs are back, I can run around outside with them. One of the things I was kicking around doing with the Twitch stream is live streaming a moth night. So we like set up cameras by the sheet so people can see what bugs come to visit. Oh, thanks. Thank you. 40 during the day and 30 at night is just like not nice enough for me to want to sit in the bushes taking pictures of bugs. It's just too gross out. Yeah, if your dog would sit very, very still, focus stacking would work, but they have to be sitting still. Like I was taking a picture of this lightning bug, and it just kept like moving its antennae like constantly. So when I took the focus stack, it looked like it was glitching out. Like it looked like it had 7 different antennae, because when it stuck it all together, it took pictures of the same thing multiple different times. It was a mess. So that's not gonna work. But it's not perfect. And I also have to like hold my breath when I take the picture. People who like are serious about it, more serious than me anyway, and really know what they're doing, they will bring tripods out, which like is obviously practical and is clearly the right thing to do. But I'm a knucklehead and I don't want to carry a tripod around with me. So I just like put my arms on the ground and then hold the camera, and then also hold the camera to my face, so it's like 3 points of contact with the ground, and then I hold my breath and take a picture and hope it works. It usually does. It's usually the bug that's moving, not me. All right, which part of the vest is white? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That part. Got it. One of my perpetual fears is that people will view anything that I'm doing as for kids, um, because a lot of times people just think educational stuff must be for children, and that's not true. And the book I'm writing is not for kids. I mean, kids can read it, I guess, if they want to, but that's not the target audience. And I hope people get that. But like my zines, for example, that I put around the city, I kind of have like two versions of print material. I have the stuff that I distribute to bars, and then I have the stuff I'll give to like little free libraries and like the Philadelphia Free Library. And the little free library stuff is for kids, and the bar stuff is not. Because like I want to be able to draw the earth with a BBL, you know? Like that's something I want to spend my time doing. Normally at this time of year, I'm like prepping some kind of year-end social media post, like, here's what I did in 2025. I'm not doing that this year because I don't think anybody wants to hear it. It is a read the room moment. All right. A possum's tail is slightly lighter than a possum's face. And I think this possum's face, or no, slightly darker. I think this possum's face is too dark. That's what I've just decided. No, that's too light. How about that? No, it's too dark. Son of a... Oops. Okay. Are we also just not going to do New Year's resolutions this year? Is that something we're gonna? Are we still doing that? I kind of like New Year's resolutions, as long as it's not dry January. Oops. Ooh, I did one of those. Do you follow Chuck Wendig? on anywhere you get social media. He writes these like detailed reviews, of all of the apples. I ate a bunch of different apples. Maybe it was like a year ago. Because I'm just kind of looking for one that's better than a Honeycrisp. I feel like we haven't really done any better than that. Have you had any truly good apples lately? I didn't love the Cosmic Crisp. I didn't get the hype. What did you think of it? I thought Ludacrisp was just fine. And frankly, wasn't that, like, crunchy. I had one, I think it was called an opal apple. It was wild. It tasted like coconut, which I didn't think apples did. It's pretty cool. Cool as far as fruit goes, anyway. Yeah, thought it was good. Don't know if I want it to be my everyday apple, because it was a little freaky, but a fun experience. There is a Ludacrisp apple. Yeah. Been doing bingo cards instead of resolution lists. Say more about that. What does that look like? Oh, you're right. A thorough test definitely does require a baking test. Is that rain? That's rain. Oh, that's nice. I have like a real type A personality spreadsheet. Like, you know, donate blood 3 times. See a whale. I try to see a whale in person once every 3 years. Because I think seeing a whale is good for you. Honestly, it's like life affirming. Seeing a whale is breathtaking. So I think you should see a whale as often as you can. And it's hard to see whales near Philadelphia. There are technically humpback whales that live around here, but I don't know. It's hard to find them. But up in New England, where my best friend lives, it is so easy to find a whale. I go up to, like, Gloucester, which is just north of Boston. There's a National Marine Sanctuary off of Boston, like, north of P-Town, on the Cape. And the whaling there just pardon me? Am I allowed to curse on Twitch? I have no idea. I must be able to. They play video games on here, right? Anyway, there are just a shit ton of whales there because of the nutrient profile of the water there. There's like a lot of biodiversity. And also we don't kill stuff there because it's a National Marine Sanctuary. Stellwagen Bank, National Marine Sanctuary. Highly recommend. And you can do whale watches up there. It's easy to see dolphins around Philadelphia. For what that's worth. See a whale was on my 2025 list, and I did not see a whale, but I did see dolphins. And I saw dolphins that I'd never seen before, which should count for something, but it wasn't a whale. I mean, dolphins are toothed whales, but you know what I mean. The colloquial word for whale, usage of whale, not phylogenetic whale. Hey, could you work? That would be so cool if you would. Please. Thank you. Okay. You've never seen the ocean. Where are you, like, super landlocked? Whoa, swimming with humpbacks is pretty sick. That's cool. That would make me a little nervous. They're so big. Yeah. Oh, cool. Man, Monterey Bay is one of the, in Germany. I think I knew that, actually, now that you say that. It's late in Germany right now. Wait, actually, is it late in Pennsylvania? It's 8 o'clock in Pennsylvania, so it must be 2 a.m. or something in Germany? Nailed it. I lived in Germany for about 2 years. I want to go back to Germany. It's been a long time since I've been there. I think the last time I was there was, it was 2021. That's not right. I lived in, Berlin and Dresden. First Dresden, then Berlin. Why is this so big? Oh, because I put it on the wrong layer. Yeah, that'll do it. I miss, I'm not telling you to leave, no. I just, I'm already tired, and it's like so not late here. Have you ever played Animal Crossing and it like changes the music at late hours? I always hated that. I always felt like Animal Crossing was like judging me for being bad at sleeping. At 3 a.m., that's when like things really go off the rails. I need to think of an excuse to come back to Germany. When I lived there, I wasn't doing street art yet, and now I do. So I would like to, I don't know, come and put something up in Berlin. Happy to hear it. Wait, no, that's wrong. Huh. Average stream bitrate too high. What am I supposed to do about that? Average stream bitrate too high. Am I supposed to change something? Dunno. I'm still really learning Twitch. I'll Google that later. I don't really know why this salamander is so anxious. He's giving like about to miss the bus vibes. Although certainly, sorry, when I'm drawing, I'm bad at like talking at the same time because my brain is occupied. What I was gonna say is, these vernal pools are definitely a like time limited situation. So you wouldn't want to miss the vernal pool gathering. Oh man. It's the wrong layer again. Okay. I haven't had a chance to do a lot of street art for a while, and I miss it. I used to do a lot of stickering and wheat pasting. I still do a fair amount of stickering, but I haven't like been able to dedicate a lot of time to making like new stickers. It's just kind of been like the same Squidfax hotline sticker for a while, which is not very fun. And I feel like I'm doing a bad job of like, I don't know, keeping my like fellow street artists entertained. I feel like I'm not doing anything interesting. And they're all doing cool stuff all the time. Last year I set a goal of doing a zine once a quarter, which mostly worked out. I did, I think I have 2 of them with me right now. I just brought a bunch up because I brought my tote bag from downstairs. Okay. So true. I know I should be easier on myself probably. Okay, so this one, oh, other way. This one is called Everything Sucks, and it has, other way, a little possum and a raccoon. And it was trying to encourage people to take action on stuff. So, you know, it's saying basically that the worst people you know are having an awesome year, and so we have to do something about it. And it's about plants and sharing stuff. It's pretty broad, not super specifically environmental. Sharing information and working together and all this stuff. And yeah, it was cute. I liked it. And the other one is more like stuff I actually know more about. Not that I don't know about community building, but this is about climate stuff. And I printed most of these in color, but this one happens to be in black and white. It's MILFs for Mother Earth. And so it's the gist here is that the Earth is too hot. And so, you know, she says there's 2 major problems, climate change and a loss of biodiversity. And it gives you a list of things to do about both. And the main point here is like, you know, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to fix the whole problem right away yourself, but just do literally anything, because doing anything is better than doing nothing. So anyway, those were my 2 of my zines last year. And then the third was a collaboration between me and 5 other artists. It's called the Philly Biodiversity Zine. And Nafisa Hassan made one, and Kate Waldman made a spread, and Jean Way made a spread about native plants. El Toro made a spread about climate change with all these, like, let me move where the light is. A beaver and a fox doing stuff, and like we got a possum or a raccoon, I think, in the train car, and a possum is in here making leftovers. So yeah, cute. And then lastly, Sarah Beam did a bunch about like taking the stuff that you just learned and like sharing it with your community, so that it amplifies the stuff that you're doing. Anyway, so we released 3 zines. 2 of them were mine, and the third was a collaboration between a bunch of us, and they were all fun. But I spent more energy in 2025 on zines than on wheat pasting or stickering. And like behind me, like this is a wheat paste that I used to glue on like construction equipment and stuff. But I don't know, it takes time. I can't do everything. So maybe next year. I'm worried that 2026 is just going to get totally eaten by book. But I guess it's possible that I can find balance. Thank you. I went back in October to an international squid conference in Japan, and I asked all of the scientists who would listen to me, which was not all of them, to tell me like the 3 most important things that they think that everybody should know about cephalopods, and I still have to go through that survey and kind of compile their answers. I'm curious to see what people said. Getting them to answer it was like pulling teeth, but the ones who did, I'm very curious to see what they said. I might not agree with what all they say. I'm curious to see how that shakes out. Because sometimes scientists overemphasize the importance of what they specifically work on. Not consciously, subconsciously. But I know some of them were like, the most important thing that people know, the squid are beautiful. And I was like, agreed. Squid are beautiful. Yeah, good question. The question was, do you think that there are areas where squid are differently endangered, like Japan? And that is an excellent question. The answer is absolutely yes. So, all squid populations are absolutely not the same in terms of their populations and the threats that they're under, and like generally what they're experiencing. So, some populations of Pacific squid are totally getting overfished. But then other populations of squid are growing. Like, one that we heard about at this conference was like an Alaskan population of squid. So the squid that live in California that like are the most commonly eaten like calamari squid, they keep moving north because, you know, it's getting hotter everywhere they are. And so they keep moving north to kind of follow their happy temperature range. We think that's what they're doing. It's possible that they're following their food source. You know, we don't know. But they're showing up in Alaskan waters. What's complicated and very interesting and cool about Alaska is that in order to establish a fishery in Alaska, you have to show that the fishery is sustainable before the state will approve it. And that takes a lot of work. So it's really hard to establish a new fishery. But the complication here is that the squid that are moving in are eating the baby salmon. So it's not so much that like eating the squid is sustainable, which, you know, we would kind of need to figure out how many squid can we harvest and have it still be a sustainable fishery, because certainly there are always limits on these things. But like, would fishing for the squid help to stabilize the crashing salmon population? So these are the kinds of challenging questions that people are working on to try to figure out. And there are two species of squid that get caught as bycatch, so like accidental catch, in Alaska. And one of them, yeah, is the calamari one. They live in like shallower water. And then the other one is this like deeper sea one that's showing up in more shallow water. And we don't know what that's about. And that one is apparently delicious. I've never eaten it. But needs to be established for a fishery as well. But some cephalopod populations are basically like the geographic area that they're going to be happy and comfortable in is shrinking because, for example, they'll live in places where it's hard to just move. Like the calamari squid I was just talking about, they can just swim north. Like, it's not a big deal. But if you are, for example, trapped like in the Mediterranean or something, it's not easy to get out. Like, you can't just go north. You're just sort of stuck. So the geographic area that they're going to thrive in just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So that's a problem. But on the whole, eating squid is often, not always, the more sustainable seafood choice. So when people ask me like, should I feel bad eating squid? I'm like, oh, it's complicated. But if you don't feel bad eating fish, don't feel bad eating squid. But maybe we should eat less animals generally. That's always the solution. People often ask me too, like, should they feel bad about eating squid from like a animal ethics perspective? I'm like, yeah, probably. Probably should feel bad eating all animals. But that's complicated. Not everyone everywhere. There are cultural considerations in that question. But if people are like, I don't eat pigs because they're smart, squid and octopus may fall in that as well. Depends on like your code of ethics. Yeah, sure. Thanks for asking. Thanks for giving me something to talk about. I think on these Twitch streams, like, you eventually hit critical mass where there are kind of people talking all the time, so there's somebody to talk back to all the time. But I'm not quite there yet. So a lot of times I'm just like, what do I talk about now? If you want to ask something, you go for it. I've been answering animal questions on the internet for many years, so I don't know. You probably thought about it before. I've just decided this salamander should have a rose in its mouth. Yeah, we need that. What do roses look like? I don't know. Yeah. This whole decade has felt like a race against destruction. It feels like we're losing, to be honest, but can't give up. Now I want to make the rose red. Yeah, so true. I think if only for your mental health, and I know that it's more than just your mental health, tackling like a small local thing, first of all, is like a ripple effect add up situation for sure, but also seeing your actions actually do something, oh my god, it helps a lot. Because if you only focus on the huge stuff that you can't necessarily always see the outcome of, it's so depressing. It's like very hard to see things moving. But then, you know, I'll like be doing public education around here, and somebody will, you know, send me a picture on Instagram or whatever of a native plant that they planted a year ago, and they'll show me like a butterfly or whatever visiting it, and it's like so cheesy, but I'm like, hey, they wouldn't have done that if I hadn't given them seeds, hadn't talked to them about it. And how many of these things are happening all the time, and like they just never texted me to tell me about it. So that makes me maybe not optimistic, but feel less doomery. It's this one. Yeah, the Sea Star Parable is legit. And like we think about species that are going extinct and are like super threatened, but there's just like, you know, one population somewhere that's persisting. And like your neighborhood, like who's to say your neighborhood isn't going to be the place where something persists? And it's hard to predict what's about to go extinct near you, particularly for species that like we don't have a lot of data on. So doing something is always worth it, even if it like, you know, you don't even see the support that you're giving the ecosystem until your grandchildren or I won't have children, but other people's grandchildren are around. My godchildren's children. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna misbehave and put red in. I can remove it later, it's fine. I think I need one more salamander in here. Or I need to move somebody. decide if I want to move the anxious. Maybe I can move the possum to the left. Let's play around. If I move this, oh geez, not like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right. We did it. Wait, what's going on here? I think the rain has to be behind everything. Yes. Now there aren't enough raindrops. Let's add some more raindrops. Yeah, that works. Keeping in mind that it's going on like the corner of a page, not as its own like standalone thing. Can I put a drop onto the possum? Like where? Like a raindrop on the possum? The possum is currently sweating. I'm tempted to also make the rain blue. For the hell of it. I'm afraid it's giving one of those. Remember, like, I'm gonna say this was like in 2007, where it became very popular to desaturate all the color in a picture, with the exception of like one item that's a bright color. This is kind of giving that. Oh, yeah, watching on the phone. Yeah. Okay. What's next on my list of things? Crow reads the newspaper. Lizard push-ups. All right. I am going to first duplicate this and isolate just the possum. Once again, airdrop is so slow. Come on, airdrop. You can do it. Okay. Now. Why? What are you thinking about? There it goes. Okay. Next up. There are too many drops on the possum now. I don't know. Well, it's too late now. It was gonna be him like sweating because he's playing dead. I can always edit it later. I do not draw birds often, so this is always a bit of a challenge. It's okay. a piece of popcorn. These look like sunglasses, and they're not supposed to be sunglasses. We're gonna get there. Just now remembering I should probably have seagulls in this. I love seagulls. Seagulls are impressive. This to me looks more like a bald eagle at the moment than a crow. But I'm just going to keep working on it. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. I know. I forget that big blue Muppet eagle's name, but I was also like, this kind of looks like a Muppet. Like a cross between a Muppet and like one of the Animal Crossing birds. My publisher put like a little thing together, sketching out where things go. Sam the Eagle, that's exactly right. And put more birds in there than I was planning on talking about. Partially because, like, you know, you go to the bookstore and you go to the animal section, and man, it's all birds. It's just birds, birds, birds. And I know it's because people like birds. I understand that. But I just think, you know, let's spread the love around a little bit. If a bird was reading the newspaper, what do we think they would be reading about? birds have for eyes? Okay. Now we're cooking. I think I'm going to talk about, predictably, local murders. Local murders is correct. Okay, we're rapidly approaching Crow. We're getting closer and closer. I just, at the beginning of these drawings, I'm like, this will never work. And then something comes together. Just like baking a cake.
What you say? I can hear you thinking, man.
Truth. That's not how coffee cups work. Let's try that again. Hello, hello. Okay, so welcome to the stream. I am working on um, illustrations for a book. I'm writing this book that we're currently calling Nearby Nature, although I don't know if that's going to be what it's called at the end of it all. It comes out in 2026, and I am putting the illustrations in. The book broadly is about how to appreciate wildlife in cities and suburbs, particularly for people who are new to that hobby, and actions that you can take that help support wildlife in your city or suburb. And so we'll be talking about, all kinds of animals that live in close proximity to people in North America, specifically from coyotes and possums, raccoons, salamanders for the suburbs, though generally not the city. And right now, working on crows. So earlier tonight and earlier this week, we did earlier tonight we did a possum volunteering as a crossing guard for salamanders, and then we did these lightning bugs. Was that yesterday? No, that wasn't yesterday. That was last week, I guess. And then last night we also laid out some pages. My publisher wants me to create some mock-ups for how I want the pages to be in certain parts of the book. So part of the book is all about some excursions that you can take to appreciate wildlife in your area. And one of those things is a moth night. And so I kind of sketched out what are the ingredients you need for a moth night, and then this is where all the words will go. And then every page has fun little doodles on every page. So right now I'm working on a crow reading the newspaper, because a lot of the part of the book that's just about the animals that we share our world with, it's just about that animal. So where you can find crows, what crows are up to, fun facts about birds. An ad is going on right now. Does everybody get? I should wait until I guess you're back. Maybe I'll ask you on the chat. Does everyone get ads at the same time? And how do I know when that's happening? I don't know. We're learning. So I guess I'll wait until somebody says that you're back before I continue rambling. No, some people don't have ads. Got it. I think the last time I streamed there weren't ads because I wasn't an affiliate yet or something. Hey, don't do that. Am I on the right layer? Yeah. Okay. So everybody gets ads at a different time then, I guess. So this will go in the part where I talk about corvids, including but not limited to scrub jays, crows, ravens, blue jays probably. But really, I'm not going to spend that much time on birds in this book because there are so many books about birds already. And I don't know, I only get 200 pages with you, and I want to give you stuff that you're not already getting elsewhere, ideally. Should his beak be open? Maybe. I think the answer is yes. Crow, open, beak. Doesn't look quite right though. What do we think? Open beak, closed beak. I think I'm on team open beak. He does have dad energy. I agree. Yeah. Hello, hello. We're working on a crow. Hello, welcome. For those just joining, we are working on an illustration of a crow for the part of a book that's going to be about animals that live in cities and suburbs and how to appreciate animals that live in cities and suburbs. And this is the part of the book where we're just like, this is what corvids get up to. This is what salamanders get up to. What we were working on earlier today was like excursions in appreciating wildlife. So, you know, we talked about specific activities you can do. And for that, we were illustrating a possum that was helping salamanders cross the road. And for this, we're just making like goofy illustrations of animals. Not necessarily doing specific activities. Thanks. Okay, now we have to really deal with this. For those of you who just got here, we had to really think about whether this crow should have an open or closed beak. We got there in the end. Okay. Oof. Okay. I guess this is also going to have to be black and white. Well, whatever. I can just put the color on one layer, and then if I need to turn it black and white, I can do that. I still haven't met with the art director for this project, so I'm kind of going blind a little bit, but that's okay. Because I was talking about this last night as well. I don't want to get time crunched at the end here, because sometimes I have joint issues in my right hand, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to spread it out a bit, spread the drawing out so it's less stressful. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I never know if this is like even remotely interesting. I feel like when I'm talking, it's interesting. When I remember like an animal fact, I can tell you, it's interesting. But I'm just sitting here like in silence drawing. I'm like, God, I'm gonna lose them. But many of you are still here, so thank you for that. Vibing with the Goofy Crow. I like making animals look anxious. I don't know why. Probably comes from within, to be honest. But something about an anxious crow, that's funny to me. moment. My cat is taunting my snake. I gotta deal with it. Otis? Come on, man. You're not bothering. I know, meow. Tell me about it. Yeah, I know. Come here. Meow. Stay over here. We have a strict no harassing the snake policy in this household. But Otis is not compliant a lot of the time. I have more pets than is reasonable. I have 3 cats. One cat who I've had for 14 years, Rupert. We met in Germany, actually. And then I have an old cat who I think is actually older than Rupert. We think she's probably about 20. I was fostering a lot of cats during the lockdown era of the pandemic. And she was like, I started fostering her. She was really visibly old and like arthritic, and she had no teeth, and she was just kind of a mess. And I was like, nobody's gonna adopt this cat. So I just adopted her thinking, we're gonna give her a last like good 6 months here. And she's still with us 5 years later. So she found a place that she liked, I guess. And then Otis, who's 3. Otis, I wasn't intending to adopt. I was fostering her as well after my best buddy cat Carjo died 3 years ago, and her adopter fell through. So I tried to get my dad to adopt her. I tried to get my brother to adopt her because she's such a good cat. But none of them would do it. So I was like, fine, I'll adopt her. And I just keep thinking I'm a 2-cat household, and yet there are 3 of them living here. And then I have a very old bearded dragon, Teak. Teak was my grad school roommate's lizard. I said this last night too, so I apologize for people who are hearing this twice. My grad school roommate just wasn't super into the lizard anymore, so asked me to take him with me when I moved to Philadelphia. So I did. And now he's 14, which is pretty old for a bearded dragon. And I have a gecko named Woodchip. That's everybody. So Sabrina the snake, 3 cats, a gecko, and a very old bearded dragon. I do speak German to Rupert sometimes just to stay sharp, but I'm not sharp. My German is furchtbar, not good. But I can still understand it fine, as long as it's not like technical German. I sometimes watch TV shows in German just to keep that part of my brain active. I do speak German to him, though. You might be joking, but I'm serious. Hillfresh. But nobody else is going to be able to read it but me. And I won't be able to answer you well in German. If you want, yeah. Alright, so I'm not the only one who speaks minimal German in here, I guess. Okay, okay. I might change the music because I said so. I was noticing that there was the same songs kind of over and over again in the stuff I was playing yesterday, last couple days. And I was like, maybe I should change it because that's boring to play the same thing over and over again. But I don't know. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. We need a background color. I'll try pink next. back when I was in middle school, they would tell us that we should take German if we wanted to go into science, because they insisted that all scientists could speak German. Not true. But that's why I took it. What? Oh, that. There we go. All right, well, for sure, pink is not it, but I'll find something that looks not so bad. Oh, hello. How are you doing? That's gonna look bad. I wonder if the green mug is like causing problems. It might be. Let's make... Okay, so I know it doesn't look like it, but the crow is blue. I'm good. The crow is blue, even if it looks black-gray, because where it is in the blue. So I'm like, should we go complementary and do orange mug? Pink? I tend to like pink and blue together. I don't think this is gonna look good, but let's see. But at least now that it's separate, I'll be able to change the colors like a lot. Mustardy goldish for the background or for the mug? This might be our best color combo yet. Green mug mustard wall. The cat is harassing the snake again. Otis! Stop. Meow meow. I know, babe. You're okay. Oops. Then I think we gotta futz with the color of the coffee. Can you dye the gray a little blue? I know that there is some way to do that. But I only ever do it by accident. And I don't know how to actually... actually, yes. We could do like a... Let me duplicate some stuff. All right. This whole thing might have to be black and white in the end of it, but we can have fun now. I don't think that looks bad. I think we have to make the newspaper and the background the same color, just different shades of that color. Did that even do anything? Too bright. Okay, let's see. I think I like the bluer one better. But may futz with the green a little bit. God, no. 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 You like it with the blue mug? Yeah, I'm bad at picking color. It's like the hardest part. No matter how many YouTube videos on color theory I watch, it's just I can't figure it out. But I think that the blue-gray crow makes sense. And blue, no, it's orange that's complementary. Which is why I picked orange in the first place. But sometimes things that are supposed to make sense don't always look good. And I don't know what to do about that. All right, if you were advertising to crows, what would you be advertising? Otis, what are you doing? Meow meow. That's true. So right. Shiny things. That's correct. It would be shiny things. I don't know. How do we feel about the orange? Carrion Cafe. Yeah, it is. Oh, this song we've definitely heard before. Not tonight. Honestly, it's kind of comforting that I'm hearing the same songs, because like I had no reason to believe any of these songs were AI songs. Thank God. But it's kind of I don't know, nice to know it's not as Mass produced is not the right word, but like pumped out or something. It's all from the same website that Twitch says you're allowed to use. Sean, we were talking about focus stacking earlier and how I felt like I didn't get enough time in the woods this year. Decent amount of time doing Moth Night, but not a lot of daytime bug time. I know. It is really depressing. Whenever I'm looking at my reference photos and everything, I'm always like, what year was this uploaded? Could this have been AI generated? The reference images that I picked today were all like, this is too much, from 2017. So I'm like, okay, they weren't AIing in 2017. Yeah, the focus stacking, as long as I hold completely still, works. The problem is that bugs are often not holding completely still, which causes problems. It really is. I have popcorn stuck in my throat. it just magically, so there's it saves all the individual files and then also um, saves one that's stitched together. But if I wanted to, like, for example, let's say that I, in the middle of the camera taking the stack, the bug moved. If I wanted to just take some of the photos that it took and make a stack just out of those, I would have to, like, learn how to properly process it for that. Oh gosh. We don't even need AI for that. Yeah, I think in my mind, the owners of the Carrion Cafe probably are possums. In my head canon, that's what's going on here. Oh, hi, Otis. Come here, what are you doing? Meow. Thank you. Hi, Otis. Music, are you sick? How better? The music just keeled over. All right. Time to add a little dimension to the background because I can't resist a gradient. This is looking better. You just have to have faith, which sometimes is hard. Do you need a place to sit, Otis? The first one, it wasn't like a specific moth. That one didn't get like fully rendered. It was like, I'll show it to you in a second. Oh shit. So for the moth one, it was like, I'm just laying out pages. The publisher asked for very rough stuff. So I guess it could be an IO moth, but that's all I got for this. I'll do more detail for that later. This is all we need for moth night, right? A sheet, a rope, a battery pack, a UV bulb, and snacks. All the critical ingredients. Shout out to Moth Night. Okay. I might add a couple more like lines in feathers and stuff, but other than that, I don't know. You forgot the beaver. Don't forget to bring a beaver to Moth Night. Oops. Yeah, sure. Hopefully you live in a place where they have that activity. It's on my bucket list big time. All right, I think I'm calling it. I think this works For now, anyway. Alright, so tonight we did this. Now I'm realizing there's like a spot. Yeah, we're having a big possum night around here. Should the tongue be red too, or is that too much? It probably shouldn't be, but I think it's funny. All right. Thank you. Thanks for joining, everybody. I think I'm probably cooked, so I'm gonna go to bed, or not go to bed, but lay around and talk to my cat. Let's see. Today is Monday. I theoretically have plans with my friends on New Year's Eve. But Thursday night, I will probably be back here. Yeah, so I'll plan to be back here from 7 to 10 again on Thursday night. And that'll be the last night I really have before I leave for sick bee. If it turns out I have nothing to do on New Year's Eve. Well, it's not that I have nothing to do. It's if I choose to hide on New Year's Eve. I very well might. I'll be here as well. But don't count on that. Okay. Thanks for being here. I got an ad. Oh, I'm just saying when I'll be back, which will probably be Thursday night will be the next time I'll be here. Probably not Wednesday because I'll probably be out with people, but Thursday, 7 to 10 is when I'll be back. Unless I work during the day on this. So that's what's up. Thanks for being here. I will see y'all later.